My name is Rachel Uribe. I grew up in Long Beach, California. Lived there my whole life, so 42 years. Moved out here in San Diego, and I am a hospice nurse. Geez, I think about 20 years now.
How did you get into bass fishing?
Yeah, so my brother actually got into it since he was, I think it was like 12 years old, fishing with my dad in his bass club. Around 16 years old is when I started going out there doing bass tournaments with my dad and my brother.
What was your impression of fishing growing up?
Honestly, it's a different perspective than what I have now. Now I see more of the competitive side of it. Back then, it was just something to do to hang out with my brother and my dad. Out there doing freshwater bass fishing with them. It takes a little bit more skill, more technique and stuff, so I didn't really grasp to the whole sport of it until I was older, a little bit older. My love for bass fishing kind of grew as time went on. I always have that competitive aspect in me, and then I just became more involved in bass fishing, and I had more of the love and the respect for the sport itself and got more into it, and now I enjoy it. It's one of my second passions.
What got you into kayak fishing?
COVID hit and everything kind of stopped. There was kind of a damper on the whole tournament fishing, and a couple years before that I would see on Facebook like people posting just little videos of fishing off a paddleboard or like a kayak, and I'm like, man, that would be so much fun just to try that. I was like, I'm just gonna look for a kayak, and there was nobody around here, so I did find one out in Arizona. I reached out to my brother and I was like, hey, do you mind? And of course, you know, my dad and my brother were like, no, where are you gonna store it? Like, you have a Prius, like how are you gonna put it on your Prius? And just go out there and just look at it, and he did. I was like, I want that, I really do. There's always challenges in life, you know, but it's how bad you want it. And my dad picked it up. I live in this little condo, and I live on the second story too. So my dad was like, man, there's no way you're gonna be able to lift this thing up by yourself every day to, you know, take it on and off the water and then on your car. So my friend had just reached out to me and she was like, hey, I have an open garage. I see you have a kayak. If you want to store it, you're more than welcome to. I was like, yeah, it's meant to be then. I hooked up with Dalton Toyota down here in San Diego. I want to put a roof rack on. They're like, yeah, no problem, we got you, bring it down, we'll hook it up for you. And now the next struggle for the Prius is it's a hatchback, 12.5-foot kayak to put it up on this Prius by myself. It's a struggle, but hey, nothing's easy in life, right? Even living in a condo, like I don't have, you know, extra storage or anything like that, so my tackle I actually have up in my hallway closet, containers of tackle. Sprawl everything out on my living room floor. My dog Marco's just hanging out, looking around. And yeah, I mean, even though I don't have, you know, the luxury of having an extra garage or anything like that, I make it happen being in the condo. I feel sorry for my mom though. I mean, think about it. 3 people in the family with all this tackle everywhere, so it's a lot. My poor mom. Like I said, I mean, I don't get a lot of time in the water, just working a full-time job, hospice nursing as my profession, but bass fishing is like my outlet. Being a hospice nurse, you see a lot. It truly does give you a whole different outlook on life. You know, any opportunity that is presented, I take it. So yeah, bass fishing is kind of my outlet, you know, to get out on the water and just kind of be there in the moment. Spending time with my family. Now that my parents are retired, I take them everywhere, you know. We're all getting older, so you go your own direction and stuff like that, but we all have the same love for the sport, so it's nice. It's nice to continue to build that relationship and be out there on the water and joke around, and those are memories that last a lifetime.